Welcome to Creative World. In this video, we will solve Chapter 3 exercise problem number 3.23. While solving this problem, we will be using Kirchoff's current law. According to this law, a cumulative current on a node inside an electrical network is always equal to 0. Sum of all entering currents on a node is always equal to sum of all leaving currents from that node. We also will be using Ohm's law. According to this law, voltage across any resistance R is the product of current through it and the value of resistance itself. Now move towards the problem. Exercise problem number 3.23. Use nodal analysis to find the value of current I0 in given below figure. This is the circuit diagram of given problem. Inside this network, we have to find the value of current through this branch labeled as I0 with this specific direction. And we have to use nodal analysis technique. So without wasting time, let's proceed towards the solution of the network. We know that in order to apply nodal analysis on any network, we have to follow some steps. First step includes finding out the maximum number of node voltage equations that can be retrieved from that network. So using this equation, we can find out that figure. In this equation, n represents the number of nodes exist in the network. In this network, there are 4 number of nodes. So 4 minus 1 will be equal to 3. Maximum 3 number of node voltage equations can be retrieved from this network. In next step, we have to label all unknown non-reference node voltage. This node is considered as ground or reference node. Other 3 non-reference nodes voltage are labeled as V1, V2 and V3. Before we proceed further, if we observe there is a voltage source connected between 2 non-reference nodes. And we know that if a voltage source is connected between 2 non-reference nodes, we cannot solve that problem using simple nodal analysis technique. We have to switch towards supernode analysis. In that technique, we form a supernode on the place where a voltage source is connected between 2 non-reference nodes. I have made a separate video. In that video, I have explained how to identify a supernode in any network and how to form a supernode in the network. So I will strongly recommend you to watch that video before solving this problem. Link to that video is given in description below. So as we discussed earlier, if a voltage source is connected between 2 non-reference nodes, we have to form a supernode at that place. In order to do that, we have to merge that voltage source to its adjacent non-reference nodes. But before that, we have to write the voltage equation for this voltage source. Voltage across this voltage source is equal to the potential difference between these 2 node voltage. We can write this in mathematical form. The potential difference of these 2 node voltage will be equal to voltage across this voltage source. Here the polarity of this voltage source is not given proper. So I am assuming positive terminal of voltage source is connected to node 2 and negative terminal of voltage source is connected to node 3. You may take the counter of it. You may consider that positive terminal of this voltage source is connected to node 3 and negative terminal of this voltage source is connected to node 2. In both cases, the answers will be same, but these will have opposite sign convention. For this case, the answer value might be positive, but in other case, whenever we will considering this terminal positive and this terminal negative, the answer value might be negative. So the answer value will be same. Sign convention could be changed according to the polarity of this voltage source. And we are a little bit confused here because the polarity of this voltage source is not confirmed either which terminal is going to where. So I am assuming this voltage source with this polarity and I will follow it throughout the solution of problem. Now we have taken the difference of these 2 non-reference node voltage as V3 is subtracted from V2 which means V2 is considered on higher potential than V3. So if V2 is on higher potential, definitely the direction of current flow from this branch will be from node 2 to node 3. In this case, current will enter from positive terminal of this voltage source. That's why we have taken the value of voltage source with positive sign plus 12 volt. In next step, we have to merge this voltage source to either this node 3 or this node 2. I have decided to merge this voltage source to this node 2. In that case, node voltage V2 will be equal to 12 volt plus V3. Now we can merge this voltage source into this node. In that case, we have to replace this V2 with this equation 12 volt plus V3. So modify the circuit by merging this voltage source into this node. Okay, we have formed a super node on this place by merging voltage source into this node 2. In next step, we have to assume all unknown branch currents along with their directions. Now the only two nodes have been left, so there can be maximum two node voltage equations. One is this non-reference node and other one is this super node. But if we focus, voltage across this non-reference node and ground node is given in the form of 6 volt. This 6 volt source is connected from this node to this node. So we can say that whatever the value of voltage will be across this voltage source, this same voltage will be appearing on this node 1 as well. So the value of voltage V1 on this node will be equal to 6 volt. Now we will apply Kirchoff's current law on this super node. On this node only one current is entering, that is I1, while three currents are leaving, I3, I4 and I2. All leaving currents are taken with negative sign while entering current is taken with positive sign. In next step, we have to replace all these currents with their respective equations. Current I1 will be equal to V1 minus 12 volt plus V3 divided by 1 kilo ohm, because this resistance is connected between these two non-reference nodes. So the potential difference of these two non-reference nodes divided by the value of resistance will be equal to current through this resistance. And because the direction of current is downward from this node to this node, which is indicating that this node voltage will be considered as higher than this node voltage. That's why we have subtracted this node voltage from V1. And we know that V1 is equal to 6 volt. That's why we have subtracted this node voltage from 6 volt. And equation for current I1 will be equal to 6 volt minus into 12 volt plus V3 divided by 1 kilo ohm. Next, current I3 will be equal to voltage across this resistance, which is 12 volt plus V3 divided by the value of resistance. Current I2 will be equal to the potential difference between these two non-reference nodes divided by the value of resistance. The direction of current I2 is from node 3 to node 1. So potential difference will be taken as V3 minus V1 divided by 2 kilo ohm, and here V1 is replaced with 6 volt. Last current I4 will be equal to V3 divided by 1 kilo ohm. Now in order to omit all denominator values, first we will open these brackets. This minus will multiply with values inside the brackets. It will become minus 12 volt and minus V3. And will multiply this equation on both sides with 2 kilo ohm. Product of 2 kilo ohm and 1 kilo ohm in denominator will cancel out with each other. Only 2 will left, and that 2 will multiply with 6 volt minus 12 volt minus V3. Here product of 2 kilo ohm and 2 kilo ohm in denominator will cancel out with each other. Only 12 volt plus V3 will left. Here also product of 2 kilo ohm and 2 kilo ohm in denominator will cancel out with each other. Only V3 minus 6 volt will left. Here product of 2 kilo ohm and 1 kilo ohm in denominator will cancel out with each other. Only 2 will left, and that 2 will multiply with V3. It will become 2V3. Now open these brackets. The equation will become product of 2 and 6 volt will become 12 volt product of 2 and minus 12 volt will become minus 24 volt. Product of 2 and minus V3 will become minus 2V3. Here minus will multiply with values inside the bracket. It will become minus 12 volt and minus V3. Same case will be here. Minus will multiply with V3 and minus 6 volt. It will become minus V3 plus 6 volt. Now add constants together. Plus 12 volt and minus 12 volt will cancel out with each other. Sum of minus 24 volt and plus 6 volt will become minus 18 volt. Now add values having same variables together. Their sum will be equal to minus 6. Place this minus 18 volt on the other hand side of equal and divide it with minus 6 in order to calculate the value of V3, that will become minus 3 volt. After calculating the value of voltage V3, we are able to calculate current I0. For that purpose, we will apply Kirchoff's current law on this node. On this node, only one current is entering, I2, while two currents are leaving, I1 and I0. Now we have to find the value of current I0, so we will place it on the other hand side of equal and replace current I1 and I2 with their respective equations. Current I2 is equal to V3 minus 6 volt divided by 2 kilo ohm, while current I1 is equal to 6 volt minus into 12 volt plus V3 divided by 1 kilo ohm. Now open these brackets. This minus will multiply with values inside the brackets. It will become minus 12 volt minus V3. In order to omit all denominator values, we will multiply this equation on both sides with 2 kilo ohm. Here product of 2 kilo ohm and I0 will left. On the other hand side of equal, product of 2 kilo ohm and 2 kilo ohm in denominator will cancel out with each other. Only V3 minus 6 volt will left. Here product of 2 kilo ohm and 1 kilo ohm in denominator will cancel out with each other. Only 2 will left, and that 2 will multiply with 6 volt minus 12 volt minus V3. Open these brackets, multiply minus 2 with values inside the brackets. It will become minus 12 volt plus 24 volt plus 2V3 equal to 2 kilo ohm times I0. Now add values having same variables together. Now we have to replace V3 with its value, that is minus 3 volt. So V3 is replaced with minus 3 volt. Open these brackets. Product of 2 and minus 3 volt will become minus 6 volt. Now add all these values together. Their sum will be equal to minus 3. Here minus 6 volt and minus 6 volt will become minus 12 volt. Minus 12 volt and minus 12 volt will become minus 24 volt. Minus 24 volt and plus 24 volt will cancel out with each other. Only minus 3V will left. Now in order to calculate the value of I0, divide on both sides with 2 kilo ohm. So the value of current I0 will become minus 1.5 milliampere. So it was all about chapter 3 exercise problem number 3.23. Thank you. See you again in next video.